Yo, We Made It Podcast back in the building at We Made It Podcast.com, at We Made It Podcast on all social media, Instagram, Twitter, we're up there. We Made It Podcast at gmail.com if you want to do some biznaps. Yeah, back again, exclusive YouTube video. We've been doing these for a few days now, coming with the game recaps because we are a game recap show now. Make sure you check out our latest podcast episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, Joint, whatever else you get your podcasts. What was the name of that episode? Oh, 3 weeks later. Inside joke. But yeah, back again. It is Wednesday. We had some midweek games, big games today. Oh, not necessarily big games, but some interesting results. Things going on in the football world. I did watch Real Madrid versus Osasuna, and I did watch PSG lose to Reims. Excuse my French. But yeah, not to be confused with Stade de Rennes. This is Reims. Yeah, it's terrible. But yeah, Real Madrid versus Osasuna. I was actually kind of excited to watch this match when I saw the starting lineup. My boy Valverde was out there. Anybody that's been listening know I'm an Uruguay fan. And I did do a Valverde tracker because I does this. But yeah, Zidane rolled out with the kind of substitutes today. Areola got his first start for Real Madrid. Nacho was out there. Odriozola was out there. I kind of felt like he might have left. What the hell's going on? Kind of felt like he might have left, like Reguilon did on the Reguilon. Vinicius Jr. started, your boy Jovic started, and Valverde started. So yeah, I was like, okay, let's see what the youngsters. Vasquez started. I'm not sure if he started a match yet this season. But yeah, Lucas Vasquez also started. Casemiro and what's his name? Toni Kroos in the midfield, and your boy Militao started as well. Let's get into this match. 10th minute. Oh, and yeah, and I did do a Valverde tracker. I do like Valverde a lot, and I wanted to. I've never got to do a tracker on him because I can't really remember him starting a match for real. But definitely was his first start of the season. Hopefully, 10th minute, your boy Militao had a yellow card. Oh, he was struggling in the first half. 15th minute, I put that Jovic hasn't really done that much. What does that say in the 17th minute? Oh boy, 17th minute. Anybody been listening to this podcast? Y'all know I love Nacho. I love me some Nacho Fernandez. Your boy Nacho rolled out with the blonde, with kind of the auburn hair, a little blonde in the hair, trying to look a little younger out here. He might have caught some grays and was like, you know what, let me go ahead and do this hairdo for my first start this season. Some dude on Osasuna tried to kill Nacho in the 17th minute. I was like, hey man. And then I seen Nacho get up. I was like, look at Nacho's hair looking amazing. 18th minute, there was some bonkers play by Osasuna. There was a cross, and the Osasuna player kicked it. Oh, it would have been an own goal, but it hit the Osasuna goalie in the face, and then Jovic tried to hit it off that volley, and it went over the bar. Jovic hadn't really done that much to that point. But then in the 19th minute, he had a nice defensive play. 22nd minute, he had another nice defensive play, and I feel like that's kind of what got him back in the match. 23rd minute and the 24th minute, your boy Militao is kicking the ball out of bounds, trying to place it. Maybe he's still nervous, but I was saying he's whack the other day. Caesar was saying I was hating on Brazilians, but I'm not really seeing the Militao thing right now. He's good in the air, but like it's Real Madrid. You got to be able to play that ball on your feet, homie. Oh, man, I should probably save this question for when I'm with Caesar. But I'll just mention it right now, but maybe me and Caesar will talk about it. Because I wonder if soccer players, especially like defensively, I wonder if they bait people. Because, like even when I play, obviously I'm not some like amazing player, but like when I'm playing, I try to bait someone into a pass. Just like I grew up playing American football, and I was primarily defensive back. That was my favorite position, was playing corner. And sometimes you try to bait the quarterback into passing the ball to the receiver because you know you got the drop on them, but like you can kind of bait them, kind of like look like you're off, but then you get up on that pass. And I remember the last time, I think the time before last when we were playing soccer with Caesar and stuff, there were some times like I'm like trying to bait the dude into the paint. You kind of like look away. I wonder if the soccer players do that, because I kind of feel like they don't, but I'm going to talk to Caesar about it on the next podcast, which will be next week after the Champions League matches. So we'll probably be recording next Wednesday, and it'll drop Thursday. We Made It podcast. But yeah, I was wondering about that. 33rd minute, I put that Vinicius Jr. has been erratic out here. People been getting the cookies. He's looking funky. But in the 36th minute, your boy Vinicius Jr. had that beautiful goal. I did hear that it got deflected. I didn't see that. But beautiful goal. We've talked on this podcast about Vinicius Jr. not really having a hard, like a strong leg for shots. But he has some good placement. And he definitely, unless I don't really know if the ball got deflected, but I'm going to say it didn't. He put it in the top corner from the left side. It was a beautiful goal. Your boy Vinicius Jr. started crying. I'm so happy Caesar didn't see that and I was with him, because he would have started crying too. But Vinicius Jr., he looked like he'd been frustrated out here. Got that goal in there, got on the ground, put his hands over his face, was heaving on that, crying. Oh, it was so beautiful. Nacho came and hugged him so hard. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. It would have been it would have been better if it was like at the end of the game and it was like a tough match, but Vinicius Jr. was struggling up until that point, and you could tell like that put a big weight off of his shoulders. Also, before the second half, in the 41st minute, another dude tried to kill Nacho, trying to break his leg. I don't know what's going on, but y'all better leave your hands off Nacho. That's my boy. But yeah, went into halftime 1-0. In the second half, Vinicius Jr. was still kind of playing erratic, but it was all good. But he did make a really good defensive play in the 53rd minute. Ran down that dude, slide tackled him from the back and got that ball out. That was really dope. And that's the kind of things you want to see from a player. If they're kind of struggling to get into the match, or like getting the ball taken off of them, their passing not going where they want them to go play some defense. We saw Jovic do that in the first half, and it was really dope to see Vinicius Jr. do that as well. 71st minute, there was what looked like it was going to be a goal in the 58th minute. It was called off by VAR. Jovic. It was a fraction of offsides, but whatever. I guess that's what VAR is for. 71st minute, your boy Rodrigo came on for Vinicius Jr. This was my first time seeing him play. Caesar had seen him play in the preseason. He said things about something that I saw initially from him. Caesar was saying that Rodrigo was like very confident, and like obviously it was preseason, but it was like the game wasn't too big for him. And we definitely saw that. He came on right after that in the 72nd minute. Your boy Casemiro sent him a long across the field pass. He controlled it perfectly, right in stride, took it to the right from the left side, and put that ball in the back of the net. Great goal. You could tell like he felt no pressure and he was just not nervous at all. Maybe you can get some of that to Militão. But yeah, beautiful goal by Rodrigo. Osasuna didn't really do much offensively. I don't even know if they had any shots on target. I didn't see Areola make a save. Areola didn't really have to do much. The best thing he did was get some cross with one hand and kind of bring it down, trying to look cool. But I think he plays basketball too, so maybe he's kind of adept at that. Let me mention my Valverde tracker, who did go off in the 82nd minute. I put in the first half, he had 8 good plays on 1 bad play. The 1 bad play wasn't that bad. Second half, he had a couple missed controls. I put 2 bad plays and 2 good plays. 77th minute, he went down. I think he had a cramp, and then he came off in the 82nd minute. But he had a good game. Valverde is like, when you see him on the ball, he kind of reminds you of Toni Kroos, but I feel like he wants to play a little bit more advanced. He would be kind of up the pitch more, but he's definitely can do his thing defensively too. Valverde is a good player. We'll see if Real Madrid keeps him or they're willing to let him go. But he's somebody that, like, when I would see Dani Ceballos come on last season, like, Dani Ceballos never really looked that good, but when Valverde would come on, he would look good. But obviously we've seen Dani Ceballos go over to Arsenal and be like killing it in EPL. So Valverde could be like some super duper monster out here. Who knows? But yeah, Real Madrid, really good win again after coming off the 1-0 win against Sevilla away. They're going into a big match against Atletico Madrid. The derby is on Saturday. So, 2 good wins in a row for Real Madrid. They played at home, whereas Atletico played away to Mallorca. They won 2-0, but Morata got a red card. So they won't be able to have him for the game on Saturday. and they had to travel. So on paper, you would think that Real Madrid has an upper hand, but obviously Atletico Madrid always plays them pretty hard. They don't have Godin anymore. It's a little bit different, and obviously, what's the name? Real Madrid. Oh, they didn't have Ronaldo last year either. But that'll be a good match on Saturday morning, I want to say, and maybe since there's Champions League next week, I will, or Caesar will, do a YouTube video for that one too. But yeah, great 2-0 win by Real Madrid. They looked pretty decent. It wasn't they didn't play incredible, but it was because they had a lot of backups in. You could tell like Benzema is definitely the engine of that team. But also we saw today, home loss for PSG against Rennes. That was terrible. I didn't watch I watched the match. I kind of came in late. I was a little bit soccered out. I didn't watch it very intently. I'm gonna keep it real. I definitely fast forwarded some parts because I wasn't sure. I already knew the score, which is kind of whack of me. But I was like, you know what? They're playing against some team at home. I'm not trying to watch them blow them out 5-0. Because if they did, then I probably wouldn't talk about it on this video. So I went to see what the score was. I was like, what? They lost? Let me watch this game. Watch. But yeah, there was some interesting things going on in this match. That was funny in the 14th minute when Neymar nutmegged that dude. I think his name was Cafaro or something. Neymar nutmegged him and the dude fouled him right after. I was like, there we go. This game's turned up. Notice that the fans are not whistling Neymar anymore. That's good. They showed Cavani up in the stands, and Mbappe was up in there. Cavani is intent on these hats, huh? He's rocking these. We used to call them Apple Jacks back in the day, but he's rocking these hats. They look kind of fresh too. Remember when Future was rocking the big hats, and then now Cavani's rocking the Apple Jacks. I seen a couple of them that was real wide though. Okay, you need to relax. But the one he was rocking today was kind of fresh. I don't know what's going on with him now. He had his wife. Actually, I don't know if they're married actually, but they do have a child or two together up in the stands with him. That was cute. 37th minute, Neymar got a close free kick. What? No. 17th minute? What does that say? Maybe it was the 7th minute, actually. No, it couldn't have been. 17th minute. 17th minute, Neymar close on a free kick. 29th minute, Reims got a goal. Oh, let's talk about it a little bit. So, Thomas Tuchel is coming out with some weirdo lineup. Once again, right back, he has some dude, I've never heard of him before, some teenager. Some guy don't even have the name on the back of his jersey. He's got Bernat in the midfield. He's hurting Kurzawa and Bernat on the same side. Kurzawa at left back and Bernat in the midfield. Super weirdo tactic there. Way too many left footers on the field. You got Sarabia and Kurzawa and Bernat. I guess that's only three. Oh, and you have Kimpembe. Really annoying there. But you're starting this young dude. But for the thing that we've exposed, if he plays well, you look like a genius. But the dude from Reims dunked on him and got that first goal in the 29th minute. There was nothing Keylor Navas could do about that header. It was super close, and he dunked on homeboy. 41st minute, I want to say this says. Anyway, in the first half, Choupo-Moting came off injured and Di Maria came on. So they have a front line up of Sarabia, Di Maria, and Neymar. You know what? That looks bad on paper because you don't really have a center forward. But I've seen when Unai Emery was there, PSG play without a center forward and ball out. And these are good players, allegedly. So, they should be able to do their thing. Obviously, they didn't. But one thing I noticed too, well, I've noticed this before, but Layvin Kurzawa has regressed so much. He just looks really bad, no confidence. He used to be doing tricks and trying to get forward and shoot and give good crosses. He's regressed a lot. Kind of like Kimpembe has and Serge Aurier. I don't know why I had to bring him up. But, yeah, Kurzawa's regressed a lot. 51st minute, I put that PSG is not really playing with much urgency to score. 58th minute, PSG is trying to get they're saying that there should be a penalty. The dude grabbed Sarabia it was a penalty for me. The ref didn't call it, and I guess it went to VAR as well. I feel like I saw him doing his ear. I thought that was a penalty. Sarabia is running, and the dude definitely hooked him. He didn't hook him hard, but you don't have to hook him very hard when you're running full speed. All you got to do is kind of just mess up your trajectory, I guess, or just kind of all you got to do is like brush somebody a little bit, and they're gonna. I guess you don't necessarily have to fall down, but you're gonna fall. And how hard that dude grabbed him. They didn't call a penalty. I thought it was a penalty. 59th minute. I guess I wasn't really sure. I was like, oh, maybe like Thomas Meunier's injured or something like that. Maybe that's why Tuchel's starting that young dude. No, 59th minute, Meunier comes on for the young dude who did nothing except for give up a goal. So Tuchel's being cute and it backfired. 66th minute, 66th minute, Marquinhos came on for Kurzawa. I'm not sure, but it seemed like they were whistling Kurzawa too. I wasn't 100% sure about that though. Right after that, I put that PSG is finally putting some pressure. They're like pushing to score. 70th minute, man. It's funny because I wrote this and I was like, maybe I shouldn't go so hard on Kurzawa before, but I kind of forgot. In the 70th minute, I wasn't sure if Kurzawa was crying on the bench. Somebody can confirm that. Was he crying? Because he had the towel over his face and it kind of seemed like the shoulders. I don't know if he was crying. It didn't seem like he was hurt. But I don't know what's going on with him. Hopefully he's not crying on the bench. That would be sad. Right after that, I put like, who's going to give up a penalty? Because PSG, I watched PSG and I'm like, you know what? This looks like somebody's going to give up a penalty. I knew the score, but I didn't know like what happened in this match. There wasn't a penalty, obviously. But 81st minute, Di Maria had a really close chance. The ball got blocked. Reims was playing really good defense, and they were getting hyped. Some dude made a tackle, I think, and he was like, rah! I'm like, okay, look at Reims trying to win this game in Paris. 93rd minute, Reims scored a goal. There was another. It was like some kind of, I guess you can call it a bicycle kick off a long cross. Diallo kind of just like let the guy. I mean, Diallo's in front, and the ball's coming right at you, and I don't know. He lost it or like he just got lazy. They talk about Diallo like he's good. I'm like, he's not really impressed me yet. And whatever, I'll leave him alone. But he kind of lost the dude. The dude got the ball in the back of the net. Some kind of lucky goal. But I did say, like, in PSG's defense, like, you can definitely see they're missing Mbappe a lot. Mbappe brings a lot of electricity to the pitch. He's super fast. He's confident. He's creative. And the defenders on the other team have to really be concerned about him. Neymar plays differently than Mbappe. Neymar holds the ball a lot. And not that that's necessarily the worst thing in the world, the way he plays, but it's different. He's not really hitting out and running full speed as much. He wants to dribble. And when he receives the ball, he wants to hold it and kind of like go backwards. He's not doing it as much as he used to, but he kind of slows the game down. Whereas Mbappe always speeds the game up, and PSG is missing that. That's not necessarily the excuse for them losing 2-0 to this team, but I think part of it is definitely Tuchel bringing out some weirdo lineup and bringing out some super young right back. You know, like bringing your top players, and then if you're winning 3-0, then bring on the young guys. Like, why are you starting him? Like, what's the point? But you know what it is. We've already exposed him. But yeah, 2-0 defeat at home to PSG. I feel like they were saying they haven't lost a match at home in like 22 matches or something crazy like that. It's definitely been a while. They don't really lose at home. It's a shame because you watch a PSG match on TV, them ultras are singing the whole match. It's super loud there. They have a big fan base, and they don't want to be seeing them lose to teams like that. I think they can understand if you lose to Lyon or Marseille. Well, Marseille, they're not going to get down like that. That's going to be bad. But you can lose to like a good team, but not like Rennes. Even though Rennes doing good this season, and I guess they had the best defensive record or tied for the best defensive record in the league so far, and now they have the best one. But yeah, that's 2 losses already for PSG. Interesting. And it's with Neymar, and it's with Sarabia. So yeah, and it's with Ender Herrera. But yeah, interesting day in football. Today's Wednesday. We'll be definitely doing some more videos. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. You know we got the best soccer podcast in the world. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter. It's probably more fun on Twitter, at We Made It Podcast. And yeah, if you want to talk to us about anything, send a question, whatever, go ahead and go ahead and send us an email, we made a podcast at gmail, and we will holler back at you. Yeah.